Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Okay.
Nice. We've made it here today.
We have made it here today. We have.
Super fun photo shoot, by the way.
We did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like staring blankly at the floor.
We have photo shoot, kind of like gunky No. Like the yoga high, it's like photo shoot
Like
high.
zen, kind of like at the at the end of class when you're like, okay, namaste, and then nobody moves.
Yeah.
And you're like, mm-hmm.
Where's
And that's just,
though?
it's like nap time.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, we'll have some new photos to be on Facebook and Instagram soon. That's exciting.
I know.
She said a few days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know. Okay, now I'm hyper again. Yeah, I even got a little bit sweaty there.
So did I.
Right?
Yeah, lots of heat.
Yeah, I was like, so we're going to do simple.
Yeah. We had to do cool stuff.
We had to do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
We couldn't help it. Yeah, the photographer stayed longer than she was supposed to. She's like,
Yeah.
this is so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wicked.
That was cool. Yeah, but today we, I don't know where we'll run with it, but it started with you posted something on Facebook, and I went, yes, yes, so much yes.
Yeah.
And there was just not enough emojis to express how much yes.
Yeah.
Can you read?
So I'll read.
Can you read the meme, the post,
meme,
the
yeah,
thing?
It's just a meme that I got off Facebook, but it's really like it's a heartfelt one.
Yeah.
If you want to know who your tribe is, speak your truth. Then see who sticks around. Those are the people who get a spot in your blanket fort.
In your blanket fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because obviously everybody loves making forts.
Right.
And blanket forts. And if we've forgotten about that, that's a whole other topic. But
yeah,
only special people get to share that too.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, who is in your tribe? And how to, that reminds me, I've seen people that did like a Facebook purge, like get rid of toxic people who don't help you. And like, what does that mean even? I started to think about that because I also feel strongly about dismissing people as a human, saying you're not good enough for me. Like that's not really, just because they're not on my path doesn't mean they're on the wrong path.
Exactly, yeah.
But if you are going about your world and your life and you're doing your very best to live and there's people around you who are not, they don't clap for you when you win, you know.
Yeah.
I do think it's important to not worry so much about that. That's why I like that specific meme. It wasn't like do this or do that or cut this person out or don't say that to this person. It was just speak your truth. Mm-hmm. You be you, do you.
Yeah.
You do you loudly, you know, be you. And the people who are there still with you, those are the people that get a spot in your blanket fort.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, well, and so often too there's like that, and I think we both grew up with it too, like most people I've encountered in my life have, it's like that people pleasing focus, and that's all great, but not really, because if you're just doing things to make other people happy, you're actually not even doing it from an authentic place. It's like because you're just doing what you think they think they'll like.
Right.
You know, and it's not even likely. They just want to share time with you or like whatever the thing is, but like we need to share what we truthfully want to share, what we authentically want to share and give. And that might be nothing at all, or it might be sharing a yoga practice. It might be sharing an ice cream cone. Like, I don't know. But it's like you actually want to do it rather than like, oh, I don't want to give them half my ice cream cone, but I will. It's like, well, then you're going to hang on to that resentment for how long?
Yeah.
And
I like that. And truthfulness in yoga is satya. Yeah, I think it's good to speak your truth, to be truthful without compromising any of the other guidelines that we have in yoga, because sometimes there's been memes. There's a George Clooney meme video recently.
Yeah.
It contained an F word in it, and it was, I saw it and I was like, okay, that's funny, but it was really basically calling people who believe certain things an idiot.
Okay, yeah.
And I as much as that can be funny to call other people idiots, is there a way we can step away from that and still find humor in life and all get along?
Yeah, yeah, I do, because actually Kyle and I were talking about that. I don't know, it was like yesterday or whenever it was, but at some point over the last couple of days, it was that idea, because we were noticing that too. I don't remember specifically what it was, but someone was sharing something online that they do, but someone else didn't like that and just told them that they were stupid because they were doing those things. And it's like, but that person was really happy doing that stuff, and it's helping them in life. So they're not dumb for doing what they're doing. They're doing what feels good for them. Yeah. And what does that serve by just being so critical of others? Yeah. And not even in a constructive way. Yeah. And we may have talked about this before, but something I love to remind myself is like, whenever people like to throw judgments or criticisms, it's like people that throw that criticism are always doing less work than the person that they're criticizing. Yeah. And because otherwise, when you do the work, you don't go out of your way to make sure other people feel bad, or at least to try to make them feel bad,
and what the funny thing is that the people I was seeing share this specific post are not mean people. And I think that's the point that I'm trying to make. I'm not now trying to shame at all. What it is just starting to notice on a deeper level, how can I be even better? SWOT, self-study, right? Okay, I'm a good person. I wake up in the morning, I'm a good person. But if I start shaming people who truly legitimately believe that the sky is purple or whatever the thing is, if I shame them instead of educating them, or does it really matter? Is it really...
Right? Does it really matter?
In some instances it does. There's people who are trying to save the dolphins, save the whales, and then there's us. Facebook is sometimes a really not good place to be on, because there's, people who are trying to save the in France that just burned down.
Oh, the Notre Dame.
Yeah, right. Which is tragic. And then there's people shaming those people for donating to that. Why aren't you helping starving children in Africa? Why aren't you doing this? Well, why aren't you doing that? Well, if you're pro-life, why do you not care about foster children? Why don't you...
It's twisted.
Why can't we all just... This is why we all have different interests. Yeah. If you love the arts, donate to that. If you love saving animals, if we all get together and support every time someone donates, as opposed to criticizing them, we would be so much further ahead. Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, like at all. If I do call people out, I'm calling myself out as well. Totally. Right? Like, because I think we should be trying to move the world forward. Yeah. Yeah. And it starts with who your tribe is, because if we are afraid to speak our truth, and that happens a lot too, if you're afraid to speak your truth in front of your own tribe, you got the wrong tribe. And sometimes that can happen too. I think if you start speaking your truth and people are like, wait, what, you think the sky's purple? I did not know that about you. I'm out. And that could happen. Yeah. It could happen.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of good when those things happen, because you recognize all the reflections that you can let go of now, and all the baggage that was probably being carried with those relationships. Yeah. Yeah. And, even in the workplace, like even outside this whole concept of having a tribe, that workplace tribe is created when people go into work every day, same thing. And I've heard experiences, and actually I've had them myself, where it's like intimidating to ask for a weekend off, or intimidating to say like, oh, I'm gonna go on holidays this year, or whatever it is. And it's like, you shouldn't be scared to live your life.
Totally.
Not that is necessarily an easy thing to do, unfortunately, but yeah, it made me a little sad. I was like, no, we must start supporting each other more. It's like, and encourage people to live their truth, because when we get to, everybody does better,
I recently listened to an audiobook. I forget what it was called. But it was Scott Jurek. He's an ultra runner. And I also watched another documentary, but it was these ultra runners who ran the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, okay.
I had never heard of the Appalachian Trail. Have you heard of the Appalachian Trail? Yeah. Really? It's like 2,000 miles. So the audiobook I had was Scott Jurek was trying to beat the record.
Wild.
So of like 46 days or something, he had to run like 50 kilometers or miles every day.
So crazy.
Every day.
Yeah.
And he did it, and he broke the record by 3 hours only.
Whoa.
Very, cut it very close. And then one of the people who came to support him was someone who he knew the Appalachian Trail really well.
Yeah.
He didn't himself have a record, but he came to support. And then the next year, he actually did it. And then Scott Jurek came to support him. And the question was, well, why are you coming to support the person who's trying to break your record? And he said, because records are meant to be broken. You know? And because in that community, that's what it's all about, supporting each other, right?
Yeah.
Because even if you are competing, still supporting each other is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, totally. And like you said, when we were talking earlier, we were having a discussion about just like how many different teachers there are and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, now where was I going to go with this? Everyone has a different flavor. Everyone has something unique that they're offering. So it's like the more we can connect with each other and live in our truth, really the better we get to grow, because each person has something so amazingly unique that's a little piece to our human puzzle and earth puzzle and life puzzle or whatever it is.
Well, that's the thing too, is I think, and I'm sure it came from a quote or a story or something, but if we all had the idea, we're here to make Earth better, not just to be the best at something, but to actually progress humanity, we would support each other more and want other people to surpass us. That's the whole point of life, right? Younger people come on up and we teach them and we help them, and then they take over.
Yeah.
Right? If we had that, I think we'd all have much nicer tribes.
I agree. Yeah, because it's so fun to lift each other up. It's so fun.
It really can be.
Yeah.
You know, I do think it might be like a biological feeling of like, no, it's mine. Like, right? Caveman day's mine.
Yeah, right?
Selfish men stay alive.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But we don't have that problem now. There's no saber-toothed tigers last I checked, right?
Yeah. Though they did recreate, was it a mammoth? I feel like I've seen this. I feel like I saw this article that said that scientists have now used
like DNA.
Mammoth DNA to create a mammoth. I don't know if it's true. It could be totally fake. But also, I mean, we've all seen Jurassic Park by this time.
Right.
Like, stop playing around, people.
Well,
It'd be cool to see a mammoth, but
kind of.
at what cost? I don't know.
Well, I heard that there's some dinosaur eggs preserved.
Oh.
And then
Imagine.
Chaos. Let's not. Yeah, because Jurassic Park was that one. That was
Be an epic ending. I mean, Tyrannosaurus Rex coming in. Bye.
I feel like I'm related. Have I mentioned I wish I had longer arms? Just kidding. I like my arms. Tribe. I don't know, what else do you have to say about finding your tribe? Find a good tribe.
Yeah.
Find a good tribe.
And just don't be afraid to be alone.
Oh, that's a good
so
one.
important.
Yeah.
It's so important, because when you can be by yourself and actually be happy, you get stuff done.
Yeah.
You really use your time
Right.
well, and if you don't, well, then you go into depression, and eventually you'll hit that spot where you realize, oh, I should probably engage in my life. And when you enjoy time alone, you really, really are, you're not clinging for anyone's relationship, so you draw the people in that are really close to where your heart is, you know, and they could be new people. Like, we met at such a, we didn't know we were going to move to Vernon. I didn't know I was going to be here.
That's such a crazy
But we
story.
knew as soon as I think anyway, like as soon as I walked in here, I was like, I'm going to be here for a little bit of time. Like, this is going to be my studio. I just took a class. I just had this feeling. I wanted to connect with this person, and then we meet, and you're like, okay, cool, let's carry on. Like, I feel like we've been making magic ever since, and it's so cool.
It was just such happenstance, like just how did that even, I keep thinking about that.
I know, it's wild.
How you just, and I've told you before, I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, you're just such a good person, but still part of me is like, It's not true. It can't be true.
No, I'm authentically a good person, for real.
I know, I believe
I've been
you
hurt
now.
enough in the past to not project it to other people. I'm here because I mean it.
Right?
Yep.
I think too, sometimes people mistrust actual goodness.
Totally.
Because I think that, I think I've had that where I will say, it'll be a miscommunication. I'll say, no. I didn't mean any harm by that. This is what I meant. And they're like, I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
What?
It's like, but I actually
No,
meant
but actually,
something good.
and I do think some people are really mistrusting because they've been hurt probably in the past. One of the things I like the best about my own self, because self-study, you have to look at what you like as well as what you don't like about yourself. Mm-hmm. One of the things I like about myself is that I'm so okay with being a fool. Totally legit cool with it. Mm-hmm. Totally okay. And if I turn out to be wrong and that person was harmful and did hurt me, I would way rather have tried and oops, it didn't work out than the other way around. Yeah. Give
your heart, right? It's like, if you're there because you mean it, that means we're present in relationship, present in communication.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like too, it comes back so much to the relationship with self.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
That was a good topic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Many more to come.
Okay.
Okay.